What's up? Yo. So I was having a conversation with someone yesterday who hasn't been on the game in a while, and it made me realize I should probably touch on some things for returning players coming back who may not understand some certain things that are kind of important that you need to understand. So let's dive right in, get you all poofed out, soofed out, and sanded like a wooden table and nice and polished. Anyways, diving in. First and foremost, this is the most biggest important thing for you to know as a returning player is this menu right here at the item NPC. As you can see right here in this menu, you see rare drop 100% boosters. You can get 10 of these. 10, yes, 10. 100% RDR. 10 of these every week. Every single week you can get 10. You can keep stacking these up. Make sure you're getting these because they cause, what is that? NEX cubes. You probably have thousands of those sitting around. Wow, that's crazy. Exactly. I know. Exactly. And then right below it, add preset skill. This is going to be new to you if you're a returning player. Basically, you can put a preset skill on anything for free. This is literally exactly what it says. You can put a preset skill. You take this item, you go to the NPC, the enhancement NPC. It will prompt you when you open it up because it will recognize that you have such item in your inventory. And you will click yes on the prompt. And then you will go to that weapon and you will go to the pull down and you will see the add preset skill item there. This will generate a random Fixas preset skill. This is great as well because for those who may not know, Fixas got reworks. You can check out a video that I made on that highlighting the reworks that were given, and you can see why level 1s are so good now as well. They heavily boosted level 1s. So there's no reason for you not to have a level 1 on your Fixas now. There's no reason for you not to have a level 1 on your weapons now or your units. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Another thing to note while we're talking about units and weapons is that the drop rates are great right now. The drop rates are great. So when you see people running around with a radar, an Inea armor, understand the drop rates on those are very nice. They're not like in the past. And also we have these RDR 100% boosters that you can get for free every week. So take advantage of that. I could not put enough emphasis on that. Okay. Take advantage of that. Take advantage of that. Like if you were to walk into a barbecue and it's like top quality barbecue and they're like, hey, you can take whatever you can fit on this plate. Yo, you about to go in there, you about to take everything. That plate about to be stacked up to there. You're going to be probably dropping stuff on the way out. Take advantage of it, okay? Plain and simple. Those are the biggest things right there. And of course, if you need more information on the 10 stars and stuff like that, all that, then feel free to ask in the comments or whatever. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Those are the biggest things that you should be aware of. Another thing to be aware of are things called end master cubes. Now, end master cubes are master cubes that you can use to enhance all your add-on skills to level 20. However, these are rare and few in between. They come in seasonal event shops, but most of them you can get in the titles. So if you go to your titles, you look in there, you'll find them under certain things such as like killing a certain amount of mobs in one of the new high sector zones, or completing mining rig Redum or mining rig Kravaris a certain amount of times, or defeating Darkfall's Solus a certain amount of times, or Darkfall or MDFA, Malignant Darkfall's Aegis, right? So these is how you get these end master cubes. These are, like I said, take all your add-on skills, whichever one you use them on, takes them to level 20.
Thanks for stopping by.
And you need 5 of these in order to do that for the add-on skill that you pick. Of course, the subsets will still be randomized, so hopefully you get the correct subsets that you want because there's no guarantee on that, right? No guarantee, but either way, it puts it at level 20, which is a good starting point in the first place because remember, once you get to a certain level, it can't go under that. So now you can actually, if you want to roll for different subsets, say you don't like that one, but you can roll for the subsets if you want, and you still maintain that 20 on that top one. Of course, the subsets probably won't be 20, but it might be the more desirable subset that you want, correct? Another reminder would be your weekly SG. So I think that this one's actually very important because not only is this a reminder to players who are returning, but I think a lot of people just don't realize this as well. So I think it's good to touch on this because I think people just don't really gather that there are these methods to get SG. So understand that you can acquire SG weekly from a few means. The first one being, of course, Tim, which is the Alliance NPC. This is if you're in an alliance, of course. If you're not in an alliance, it doesn't really apply. But you receive alliance badges every week, depending on your placement and whatnot. You receive alliance badges, so you can trade these alliance badges here at Tim, and you can get SG every week. You can also get Genesis points. You can get triggers. You can get purples, yellows, all the above. But the big thing here is SG. Another way to get SG that you should be aware of is also from doing the Arcs Records. The Arcs Record shop also has SG in there. You obtain these badges by simply doing the Arcs Records that come every week. Remember, when doing Arcs Records, all you have to do is participate. You will get 20 just for participating. You could go in there, and if it's a 20-minute Arcs record, you could sit there and just let it time out. Have a score of 0. You completed it. You will get 20, period. So understand that even if you cannot place in silver or gold or whatever, which of course you'll get more for, you can at least just do it and get 20. This will allow you to buy some SG, buy some of this other stuff that's on the Arcs Record badge shops. So keep that in mind.
Wow.
And then lastly, of course, is the lookbooks. A lot of people just do not realize that this is a thing. Every day you can
very much
5 lookbooks, and you can get 2 SG per lookbook, equating to 10 SG a day. So it's real simple. You just click on the character, you go through the menu, you find the lookbook, and you like it. And you'll see that you get 2 SG from that. Do that with 5 people, and you'll get 10 SG a day. That's the maximum. A lot of people just do not realize this. Of course, you need your lookbook set up if you're clicking on someone. However, you don't need yours set up. I mean, people won't be able to like your lookbook, but of course, the person that you're clicking has to have a lookbook set up. But you can click anyone, just go into a crowded lobby, click people, like it, or like your friends. Like your friends' lookbooks or your alliance members or whatever you want to do, but like them, get that SG, because that SG can be used later down the road for SG scratches, or now they have, for those who don't know, returning players, we have preset skill scratches as well now that are SG, where you can get items, materials that work like aug protects. Y'all familiar with aug protects? So that when you're trying to put an augment on your equipment and it fails, you keep it, right? So we have things like that for preset skills as well, for those who aren't aware. So this is just a reminder. Most people would be aware of this if you're playing the game. But for a reminder for people who might be returning, who don't understand this, this is a good use for SG as well. So if you don't want to pull on the SG scratches for clothes or whatnot, accessories, then the other option would be, holding the SG to pull on preset support scratches. Okay, so that's an option. So that's why having this SG and managing your SG is important, so that you're doing it every day. You're doing it as frequently as possible. So that way, when those scratches do come around, you're in positions where you can just pull, get what you want, and you can upgrade all your fixes whenever you want. Just have them in the back, have them in storage. You'll be good to go, right? So that's how I do it. That's how I've done it. Of course, I don't buy SG or anything like that. You can buy SG if that's what you really want to do. But all I'm simply saying is for those who, there's always a method to play the game where you don't have to, buy the SG or buy the AC or whatever. There's always that method to play the game in that regard. But of course, this is going to take more, diligence and, doing these things every day to really maximize on it. But if you do that, then you will have more than enough to get whatever you want, whatever you need. So And I believe those are the big ones. Of course, we have other videos such as for the Fixas changes and stuff like that. Check out all my videos and you'll be able to spot the updates and stuff that we've seen. But the big thing is that I really want to touch on these kind of returning player aspects that people really need to know. Primarily, the very first thing I touched on, which was the rare drops and the add preset skill enhancement items. That's what I really want to touch on because those are so important. It's very important that you're stacking those up every week. Because in the long run, even if you're not playing too much, just by having those, when you do come back and start playing, you'll be good to go, right? So if this helped, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Grab a burrito and dip it in some milk, put some hot sauce on it, and roll it up like a churro. Yeah. Spike2 content.